Hello, this is Alicia Sam and you're watching HW News. VIP culture is not about the VIPs of the country, it is about us, the general public, who gets denied basic rights because certain people in position of authority are making the wrong use of their rights. In 2019, Prime Minister Modi vowed that the hallmark of New India will be the absence of a VIP culture. Unfortunately, some positions in power encourage and promote a VIP culture. One such incident is from the national capital, Delhi. In a cover story by the Indian Express over the past few months, athletes and coaches at the Delhi government-run Thyagraj Stadium have been complaining about being forced to wrap training earlier than usual by 7 p.m. Now, the reason being the athletes asked to evacuate the stadium is way more bizarre. Delhi's Principal Secretary Revenue Sanjeev Khirawar walks his dog at the facility about half an hour later. Yes, you heard it right. The IAS officer has to stroll his dog, so the athletes need to evacuate the ground. Now here the priorities are set up straight. Dogs before the athletes of India. Who is IAS Khirawar? IAS Khirawar, a senior IAS officer, is a B.Tech in Computer Science and MA in Economics, the Ministry of Home Affairs website states. He had earlier held important positions like Secretary Health and Family Welfare, Revenue Finance and General Administration Department. On completion of his training at the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration in Missouri, Khirawar was posted as SDM Chandigarh during the early part of his tenure. Khirawar has served in important positions like Goa Excise and Finance Commissioner and Deputy Commissioner West Delhi. He also served as Additional Secretary in Agri-Marketing Board. Khirawar was given the charge of Commissioner Excise and Taxation Department, Delhi Government 2006 and 7. IAS officer has also served as Secretary in Arunachal Pradesh and been posted as Secretary Andaman and Nicobar Government. When the publication tried to reach Khirawar, he described the allegation as absolutely incorrect. He accepted that he sometimes takes his pet for a walk at the facility, but denied that it disrupted the practice routine of the athlete. The complex, which was built for Commonwealth Games in 2010, attracts athletes from across the country. Now, to cross-check the situation, the Indian Express reporter went to the ground on 3 evenings over the past 7 days and saw the stadium guards walking towards the track at around 6:30 p.m., blowing whistles and ensuring that the arena was cleared by 7 p.m. Built for the 2010 Commonwealth Games, the centrally located sporting complex is a multi-discipline facility that attracts national and state athletes and footballers. The parents and the athletes too spoke on the plight and bizarre situation. The coaches and the athletes say they have to train earlier in the heat since practice has to be wrapped up early. Athletes said about their plight that they didn't have sufficient time to take water breaks since the lights are off way too early. Several athletes also claim that they have shifted their trainings to Sports Authority of India's Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium just 3 kilometers away, where floodlights are on after 7:30 p.m. JLN coaches had the same complaints too. As the reports gained attention on social media, furious users called out the officer for treating the facility meant for national and state level players as a dog walking park. The stadium was built for the Commonwealth Games in 2010. The sense of entitlement of a class that clears one exam and thinks it gives them the right to lord over the whole country? Shameful, journalist Nistal Lahibar tweeted. Another user wrote, so Thyagraj Stadium is now dog walking park for Delhi's Principal Secretary. How come pets are allowed in the stadium? Why are the players interrupted in their practice? What kind of entitlement is this? Some demanded an inquiry against the official. How can he stop athletes from using the Thyagraj Stadium? Asked the Twitter user named Lokesh Sharma. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has now directed that all Delhi government sports facilities will stay open for sports persons till 10 p.m. News reports have brought to our notice that certain sports facilities are being closed early, causing inconvenience to sportspersons who wish to play till late night. CM Arvind Kejriwal has directed that all Delhi government sports facilities to stay open for sportsmen till 10 p.m. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia tweeted. The VIP culture pertains to date. One such is an example of Rajiv Bansal, Secretary of the Ministry of Civil Aviation. He and his wife were upgraded from economy class to business class for a recent personal US trip on May 7. That is, special handling of a bureaucrat had to be carried out despite Air India being privatized earlier this January has raised hackles of many within India Incorporation. Not only were the Bansal tickets upgraded to business class, but the original rates at which the tickets were purchased were cheaper than what the other fellow travelers paid for them. Now the question is VIP culture truly vanished from India? As PM vowed for us commoners in 2019.